So it's like, I guess the last things, I don't even know what else to say, man. It's like, you know, it's funny. It's like it's like right after remembering the whole Necronomicon and like, you know, the real Necronomicon and the things that transpired, and it's like amongst all the other things, it's like right after watching the video, it's like, you know, it's like bam, and it's like, oh, that's right, that's how you beat that fucking video game, son of a bitch. And it's like, I knew I beat that fucking thing before. Yeah, it's like there's almost no way to fucking beat the game, you know. And it's like, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. So that's fun. You know, it's like all of it, freaking all of it. Call who? Call fucking who? There's no, you know. So yeah. I'm so tired of all of it. I really am. I'm so tired of all of it. It's not even funny. It's like, the whole Paul Flores, Kristen Smart thing. The same two people well, not the same two people, but they looked very similar. The first time it was, if I remember correctly, it was two females during the Paul Flores, Kristen Smart thing that asked me. They said that they were looking for a person who had disappeared. And when they said the name of the girl, it's like, this person just said this to me. The reason I'm saying that is because it's very similar to the Puff Daddy, the Puff mansion situation with the bodies on the property. The two people that showed up, very similar, acted very similar, and yet there was a girl and I think a guy that time. Both by the name of, I'm pretty sure it was Richardson. That's why I'm saying it's like, it's really interesting that all that is what that is. And you know, it's like I started remembering all this stuff just now about the Necronomicon, and when my blood hit the book, the real, this is not video games, this is not, you know, it's like I remember that the book did some very interesting stuff, and it makes me wonder to myself, like, you know, it's like only people that would actually know about the Necronomicon, only, and that's what I'm saying, that there would be so few. You know, like, the bottom line is that the book did some very, very interesting stuff, but what is even more interesting is I'm almost positive I came across that same stuff, and forget the Evil Dead bullshit, you know. And maybe I remember what it did, and it's like wow. They had that same depiction in a video game. So you know, that's that, and I just don't remember which game it was, but how they had that type of detailed, because even people who have been able to describe some interesting things that only somebody that held the book or seen the book for themselves would know, stuff that's not exactly talked about, or how it's being talked about, you know. But they only had the initial part, right? But in order for it to be in a game, and I'm fucking positive I've seen this, and I'm saying to myself, it's like I just can't remember which game. So they would have had to have had some really interesting knowledge of the book itself. I came across a video that had pictures, and I'm like, holy shit, you know, those were definitely pictures inside that book. So the real book. And the only way that somebody would have actual pictures of the inside of the Necronomicon. So, the real Necronomicon, not the paperback, not the translated version. There's prayers, and I wouldn't even play with those. I wouldn't even play with those with the things that I know. I wouldn't even play with those, man. But to each his own. So, there's a video game called Silent Hill. And it's very hard to understand how to beat the game. Well, you know, there's a few different Silent Hills, but the one in particular, Silent Hill, it's like after listening to a video with the Necronomicon. You know, one of the first things that popped into my head, amongst other things that I'm going over right now, is how to beat the game Silent Hill. You have to fight this guy, and there's no way to kill him. There's no way to kill him. And I know that I beat this game before, and it's like, how the fuck did I beat the game before? And it's like, bam. Like, I mean, right after, and I've looked this up, and it's like right after listening to the video with the Necronomicon, the real Necronomicon, I remembered immediately how to beat the game Silent Hill. That is very insane how to beat. The very last guy in one of the Silent Hills video games, it was either probably 1 or 2. I think they might have done a remake of one of them. I don't know. But you have to fight this guy in the end, and there's no way to fight him. There's no way to fight him. The only thing you have to do is you have to run away. You have to have life in you, and you have to freaking, like, even the attacks that he puts out on you, like, you have to avoid. You have to avoid them as long as possible. It's a long fight. It's a long fight. Like, you have to run away as long as possible. Like, I mean, I'm talking like, oh God, I don't remember if it's like 2 hours or if it's like 6 hours. Like, you have to literally run away from this guy for like 2 hours or 6 hours at the end of the game. And avoid all contact, like, not hit him even one fucking time or anything for that matter. Like, you have to just keep running away from the guy in this fucking fight. That's how you beat the real Silent Hill game. Like, that's how you do it. You can redo your life, and you can redo I forget if there's like distraction things, but the minute you hit him, that's it. You don't beat the game. That's it. That's the end of the story. You literally just got to run away from this guy for like 2 hours. I want to say like 45 minutes, but it's more like 2 hours or like 6 hours. And then there's like the longer you run away from him at the very end of the game, that's the way you have to beat the game. You can reboost your life. So like you have to go through the whole game without like basically like wasting any type of fucking like health resources or any of like anything defense, like I forget what the game consists of, but you have to have all defense, nothing but defense. That's it. And nothing that will hurt him. If you touch him in any way, there's parts where I'm pretty sure he grabs you, and they're like, you might be able to like those times you might be able to like, but you can't take it further than that. Like it's only to break his grasp. Like that's it. Like if I remember correctly, like it's only to break his grasp. Like you don't want to hit this guy whatsoever. If you put any type of action towards offense, you don't win the game. That's it. So I'm gonna title this video How to Beat Silent Hill video game. How to beat the video game Silent Hill and the Necronomicon. So that's pretty much that. So you got that's how you do it. That's how you do it. You gotta you can't hit him at all. It gets hard, and it gets hard because he starts getting more and more pissed, and then he starts grabbing you more, and then it's like you have to take it to like a certain point to break the hold, but you can't go over that point of breaking the hold. If I remember correctly, like you have to literally fucking break the hold and then like not hit the button to fight back or anything. I remember it's just it like. Life is the only thing you need at the end of the game. That's the only thing. You don't need guns. You don't need this. You might need it for like a few of the things in the beginning of fighting them. Like there's things that pop up that will also take your life, if I remember correctly. You can hit those things, but you cannot hit him. You cannot hit him. If you hit him even the slightest bit, you lose. That's how you win Silent Hill, the video game. And by the way, I'm the kid whose blood hit the cover of the real Necronomicon and opened up the book and made a choice. And at this point, I am fucking disgusted with just about everybody. So, you know, congratulations to me. Cheers. But in order for another game, I remember, that means that they would have had to have had actual knowledge of the book in order to fucking do that, because that's not, I'm pretty sure that's not in the Evil Dead, man. That's not in the fucking Evil Dead, man. All right, well, congratulations. I'm waiting to be rated. Maybe I have time to eat my stale burgers from fucking 7-Eleven. Maybe. Who knows? Who cares?